have to process it.
Right.
And if you're a split second off or an inch or two high, things can get tipped into an interception. You say, oh, that was horrible. But the point is, I'm with you. I don't appreciate the criticism from him because it comes off like it's mostly aimed at the quarterback. And it comes off as blame deflecting. Don't blame us. We're open. Both he and Cole Beasley have said, one of us is open on every route. Like, maybe we're not always the both of us open, but one of us has been open every time. Well, that's blaming the quarterback. Then you're just saying the quarterback's not finding.
Because that's not what he has said originally. That's not what Cole Beasley said originally. They didn't bring play calling. They didn't bring offensive line and run blocking and pass protection into the equation. It wasn't until this that they started to get a little bit, are you saying it's Dak? Are you? No, I'm not saying it's that. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. No. You say, you know what? This bus is big enough to run over a lot of people. So just to make sure, the guy that I'm really trying to run over, just to make sure that he's not the only one, let me bring Scott Linehan into the equation.
You got it. So this is what happens when you have the worst offense in the National Football League. It's not statistically the worst, just to my eyes. To my eyes, I tweeted the other night, America's team now has America's worst offense because it's the most excruciating to watch. Because you see potential, you see flashes. You know that 3 of the offensive linemen are pretty to very good.
Yes.
Maybe they're kind of on they're getting older. I don't know what's happened. I'm not sure about it, but they're not winning the line of scrimmage. But you say, well, they're capable, and Zeke's capable, and we've seen Dak do it before.
Right.
So why don't they? And then it just doesn't happen. But again, sometimes out of, the friction that gets caused can create progress. Sometimes you have to go backward to go forward. And I do say, and we're going to talk about it a little later with Michael Rappaport, but Odell's blast in the ESPN interview, the Giants responded great to it. I don't know why. Maybe you just sort of throw up your hands and say, heck with it, let's just go out there and play.
Yeah.
But that worked. But that's your best player blasting everybody. This is a nobody blasting everybody.
Maybe the message is true.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to hear it from this messenger.
Okay. All right.
Could that be?
I mean, from Alan Hurns.
From Alan Hurns.
Okay.
Now, maybe if Zeke says this, then maybe you were like, okay. Now, that's their best player. You heard what he said. But Alan Hurns, really? 8 catches, 5
Because Odell, no matter what comes out of his mouth, it's going to create shockwaves.
Because he's their best player.
Yeah, the best player, and he's the most famous player in New York City, right? And so he's going to create tidal waves when he opens his mouth, and it seemed to be a good thing for the Giants. It sort of cleared the air.
I don't know how you think, Skip. It's hard for me. I think there's a chance that Alan Hurns might not finish this entire season on this roster, but there's a 100% chance he will not be back next year.
Yeah, I would agree. And I'm going to say it one last time. Bryce Butler is back on that roster. He was Dak's favorite target last year, and he has gotten no targets or no playing time yet this year. Why is that? I don't know.
But, Skip, you're starting to hear more criticism. You're starting to hear analysts talk about the quarterback.
Right, but this is what happens when you're awful. And your defense is playing top 5. So everybody's saying, well, score.
But who told you this? When the defense was playing awful and everything was going good. Sometimes, Skip, you got to look between. Because you were looking, but you weren't trying to see. There's a difference between looking and not seeing.
Well, last year, Dak was spectacular against the Rams and spectacular against Aaron Rodgers, and the defense was just a disaster.
But he took L's. I stayed open late.
The defense took it.
I stayed open late so he can get these hot L's.
Against those Kansas City Chiefs last year? Go look at his numbers.
Really, Skip?
Yes, really.
Yeah. I don't know. Different kind of magic carpet ride when you lose.
Yeah,
it's a different level.
That ain't what a land zone. That ain't one of them nice Persian rugs.
Well, you've declared him a bust, so we'll see if you have to eat those.
Why you keep doing that?
You gave him an F last year.
Okay. Did his interceptions increase? Did the win total decrease? What about completion percentage?
I thought it was miraculous they went 9-7 last year.
I don't. Wow. Not after going 13-3?
9-7, they almost made the playoffs. Almost.
What is almost?
Okay, another guy who is speaking his mind and possibly too much. Jimmy Butler, he is not shying away from his demand to be traded out of Minnesota. Yesterday was Butler's first practice, and ESPN reported he verbally challenged Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, and the coaches. He even told the GM, quote, "You bleeping need me. You can't win without me." Butler spoke about the incident later in the day. Let's take a listen.
A lot of it's true. A lot of it is true. But you got to think, I haven't played basketball in so long, and I'm so passionate, and I love the game, and I don't do it for